Hello friends, welcome to Online Learners Hub. Today I'm going to share an amazing hack to remember all the trigonometric ratios just by using your fingers. Now, this trick is a little bit shortcut style, not exactly the official method. So think it as your secret hack to get the values real quick. If you want to learn the proper legal way to remember them, then please check out my previous videos. But for today, we are going to focus on the fastest way possible to get those values, even if it's a bit of cheat. So are you ready? Let's jump straight to my computer screen and get started. All right. Now, don't get shocked by seeing these fingers. Okay, this thumb finger, we are going to consider it as 90 degree. The index finger, we are going to consider it as 60 degree. And middle finger, we are going to consider it as 45 degree, 30 degree, and 0 degree. All right. Now we are going to learn some new formula today. Okay. Now what is that formula? Let's consider sine theta. What will be sine theta? Sine theta is fingers below, root over fingers below upon 2. This is the formula you have to remember. Okay, so all right, so let's start from sine 90. According to this formula, what will be sine 90? Sine 90 is, now you have to count the number of fingers below 90. How many fingers are there? 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 fingers are there. So it will be root over 4 upon 2. Okay. So what is root over 4? It is just 2. Right? 2 upon 2. That will be 1. So similarly, if you are looking for the reciprocal, which is cosec. So what will be cosec then? Cosec 90 will be, the reciprocal of 1 is just 1. All right. So now let's look to sine 60. So what will be sine 60? Sine 60 is how many fingers below? 1, 2, 3. 3 fingers. So root over 3 upon 2. So cosec will be 2 by root 3. All right. So just the reciprocal. So I'm not writing all the reciprocals. I'm just going with sine, cos, and tan. So all the reciprocals you can do by yourself, right? If you still face any problems, any doubt, any questions, please feel free to comment below. I will definitely answer every questions, every queries, and if I feel like the answers will be too long, I will make a separate video for you. All right. Okay. Now what about sine 45? Sine 45 is the number of fingers below sine 45, 1, 2. So 2 fingers, so 2 upon 2. This is root 2. Okay. Root 2 upon 2. Now what shall we do with root 2 upon 2? Because there is no such value root 2 upon 2 in the ratios chart. Okay. So root 2 upon 2 will be multiply root 2 to both numerator and denominator. Okay. We have multiplied root 2 in both numerator and denominator. Now what is root 2 into root 2? That will be root 2 square, which is just 2. And here it will be 2 root 2. So 2 and 2 got cancelled. So the answer is 1 by root 2. All right. So sine 45 is 1 by root 2. So its reciprocal, which is cosec 45, will be just root 2. Now sine 30. What about sine 30? Sine 30, how many fingers below? Just 1. So this is the answer, 1 by 2. Root over 1 is 1, so 2. What about sine 0? How many fingers below 0? There is no other fingers, so it will be 0. So 0 upon 2 is just 0. I hope this makes sense, right? So the cosec 0 will be, the reciprocal of 0 is what? The reciprocal of 0 is, the denominator, 0 in denominator is undefined, isn't it? So cosec 0 will be undefined. I hope this makes sense. All right, so let's quickly go to cos now. What about cos theta? Cos theta will be fingers above. Sine was finger below. Now cos is fingers above. Okay. Now let's look here. What is cos 90 degree? How many fingers are there above 90? 0. There is no fingers, right? So it will be 0 upon 2, which is just 0. Now what is the reciprocal of cos? It is sec, right? So sec 90 will be, the reciprocal of 0 will be undefined. Undefined. Okay. Now cos 60. What is cos 60? How many fingers above 60? Which is just 1. So 1 by root 2. Cos 45. Cos 45. What is cos 45? There are 2 fingers. So root over 2 upon 2. Now we have seen in sine 45, it was like that. We multiplied denominator and numerator by root 2 and we get what? 1 by root 2. Okay. You can also do by yourself and you will get this answer. Now what is cos 30 degree? What is cos 30 degree? How many fingers? 1, 2, 3. 3 fingers above 30 degree, which is 3. Root over 3 upon 2. So cos 30 is root over 3 by 2. Now what about cos 0? How many fingers? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 fingers. So which is root over upon 2. Root over 4 upon 2. So what is root over 4? Which is just 2. 2 upon 2 is 1. Okay. So if cos 0 is cos 0 is 1, then sec 0 will also be 1, right? The reciprocal of 1 is 1. So that's all for cos. Now we will go quickly with tan. See, this is very simple. This method is very simple, but as I told you, this is not official way to prove, okay? If you are asked to prove what is tan 45 or tan 60 or sine 60 or sine 90, you cannot draw a finger like this and start proving. In that case, you will be very much wrong. In order to learn the proper way, the legitimate way, legitimate method, to prove all these ratios, I would refer you to my previous video. It is a long video, the full 40-minute video. I have explained each one of them very precisely. So I believe that will help you. But this method is focused just to find the value anyhow using any hack. Okay. All right. So now let's talk about tan theta. What will be tan theta now? What is the value of tan theta? The formula. So fingers below. See, don't forget, okay, fingers below. When it is above, I mean in the numerator, numerators are always above, right? When it is above, you write below. When it is below, you write above. Okay, just write the opposite. See, in the denominator, you are writing above, and in the numerator, you are writing below. So that's how you can remember the opposite. All right, now let's look to tan 90. What is tan 90? How many fingers below 90? 1, 2, 3, 4. So that means root over 4. What about fingers above? Oh, there is no finger above thumb finger, so it will be 0. If a number whose denominator is 0, then this will be undefined, right? Now if it is undefined, what about cot? The reciprocal. The reciprocal of tan is cot, right? What about tan 90 then? Tan 90 will be just 0. The reciprocal of undefined is 0. You can reciprocate here also. 0 upon 0 upon root 4. So 0 upon root 4 will be 0. Okay. So that's how you can remember. Now, what about tan 60? What is tan 60? How many fingers below? 1, 2, 3. So root over 3. And what about above? 1. There is only 1. So the answer will be just root 3. Tan 45. What is tan 45? How many fingers are there below 45? 1 and 2. So root over 2. What about above? It is also 2. So 1. What about then 30? How many fingers below? Only 1 finger below 30. So root over 1. And what about fingers above? 1, 2, 3. 3 fingers. Root over 3. That is 1 by root 3. Now lastly, 10 0. What about 10 0? 10 0 is, this is 10 0. How many fingers below? There is no fingers below. So 0. So 0 upon 1, 2, 3, 4. So it doesn't matter whatever the denominator is. If the numerator is 0, so the answer will be 0. I hope this makes sense. As I told you, this is not an official way to prove, but this is just a hack to find the value by any means. Okay, this is just to get the value, not to follow this this method to prove or to justify your answer. In that case, you might be wrong. All right, I hope this session give you at least some value to your knowledge. Thank you for watching. See you in my next video. Have a great day. Bye bye.